Hey guys, this is Felipe, and today I'm going to show you an automation I recently created. It's a really good automation. Unfortunately, it uses some services. Today you need to pay for them, okay? But you can try it out, and with the trial, you don't need to pay anything. You can test it and see that it works. Everything's fine. I don't use this for making my production videos, okay? Because you need an API from Heygen that is specific to enterprise plans. I tried to talk to them, to see if we could get a slightly smaller plan, right? To even be able to test. As I've been testing some APIs that generate videos based on video, training yourself and avatars, and there's no way around it. They only offer this enterprise plan. I ended up doing this automation here and updated it, okay, but I'll bring it to you for those who are interested. Those who work a lot with this and have the means to close the enterprise plan with them, I think it would be interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to show you roughly what the video generated looks like in the free format. You can't use it because it has a watermark. Okay, I don't know if I even deleted this guy. I think I already deleted it. Let me see if it's in my trash. Yeah, I already deleted it. But we're going to generate one here and you'll see how it turns out. Okay. So basically, here's the thing. For those who don't know make.com yet, okay? It's a platform where you can create automations, right? I work a lot with it, right? Especially in content production. You can trigger automations via Telegram, via Slack, via Google Sheet, which is the easiest and most common, okay? And also via webhook. What is a webhook? A webhook, basically speaking in a way that everyone understands, is a format of an event. For example, it will be waiting. You send something to it, like call it, it's like when you enter any website, for example, kind of, when you enter make and you press enter on your keyboard there, in the URL bar, what it does, it performs the HTTP verb. It performs a GET, makes a request to the server saying it wants that page. This is an HTTP call, right? What we're going to do here is basically that, okay, we're going to make a kind of listener. It will keep listening to see when we call this guy. It will trigger this automation and return something to you. I really work a lot with webhook because, for example, when I make a post on my blog, sometimes WordPress, depending on your server, sometimes it is unstable. It's when you try to make a post on WordPress and it crashes, returning all your automation, so it breaks the whole flow. Then you don't make the post and everything else. So to avoid this, I made a webhook. Every time I want to test, try to post on WordPress, I call this webhook. Then it does all the automation of creating media. For WordPress, it creates the post, the tags, categories, categorizes the post and everything else, posts it, and it returns the URL of the post to me. So I can put it in my automations. It basically does this in the webhook. And as I call it in another automation, it makes the call. It waits a little while until the whole webhook flow is completed, right? Which is another automation finished. When it returns, it comes back to my automation and continues from where it left off. Okay, so it's quite interesting. Later, I'll bring a bit more content with webhook for you, okay? But let's start here. So we search for webhook, okay? You can put it here in custom webhook, okay? All right, it's already created. You will create it and you will name it. Here we will put here test Heygen. Heygen, folks, I work a lot with Heygen, but it was all manual before because it's expensive, right? What is life? I'll just log in here quickly. And of all the avatar generation tools I've tested, this one here is unbeatable. This tool has very good quality. You can still tell it's virtual generation, right? But its quality is excellent. And it integrates with Event Labs for voice generation, and the Event Labs team is unmatched. I have some voice training here, right? through Event Labs and through Heygen itself. Heygen also does voice training, but it's on a different level from Event Labs. Okay, this is what you will need here. Look, it's opening a page all set up correctly. This is not it. Space settings. Let's see if it's space settings. I think it's this one here. Look, the API is indeed on this one. Then you come here, look, trial token. All right. You will take this one here. You will copy this one that you need. And going back there, we already did the test. This is the RL that you will call. Okay, you can call it in the browser. We won't use it now, all right? We are going to do a completion, okay? We will do the completion. Then with whom? With our dear ChatGPT, okay? Chose OpenAI. All right. And then we will take this create chat completion, okay? Then we will choose the model. The mini is good, man, and it's quite cheap. The only thing is that to connect your ChatGPT, you will have to make that connection and everything else. You also need to put that ChatGPT here in this one, in the connection. When you go to do it, okay, if you have any doubts about how to do this, put it here in the comments and I'll make a video on how to create it and everything else. This one here is paid. Okay, this part of GPT, you use it via the PNI, okay, but what happens is that the cost is very affordable. Okay, I have several automations here. It's already done, brother. I create images, generate content, blogs, and everything else. And it usually costs about $3 a month. So I use it a lot, quite a bit. Okay, you just have to be a little careful. In image generation, okay, the image aspect is a bit heavier, but for completion generation, it's fine. Here it's easy. Okay, you will register there. Then you will add credit to the account. If I'm not mistaken, it's $5 that you can add, so you put it there with $1, forget it, okay, you can keep using it. It's prepaid, so it won't go over, right? Unless you left your card there, right. Set a higher limit, it will automatically recharge. Okay, so great, you will choose here. I chose the minimum because it's cheaper, and the maximum number of tokens is like here. What do I want here with this guy, since it's just a little test, right? I don't know if it's worth spending a lot. I'm here, but let's put 1,000 tokens. If you really want a lot, I leave 2,000 to 3,000, okay? But here you could put even less, right? It will stay here in the AD messages, okay? You can use the... And there are two formats here. The user is like you are in the ChatGPT there, ready, typing right. A user conversation, the system you set as if it were a prior training to speak. I want you to behave like a content creator for the network. Got it? Here we can put, yeah. If you want, I want to make videos for Instagram, you can set it in this system. I would like you to be a content creator focused on Instagram and everything else, okay? So let's go. I'm going to put user because I want to input the message directly, okay? Then here in the webhook, we haven't sent anything. So we don't know what we will have to send here, okay? So here we take here, look, the address, okay? Then we go here, look, the format of passing remained the same, okay? Then we go, oops, press enter here, and it will perform the get there, see, accepted. All right, it worked. Look, there it is. It sent us here to talk about the dev career. All right. All right. So what happens is when we do the get there, we don't need to keep defining what we need to send. Because when you click here, it will show the things that came from this guy. So you just click here, Redemina data structure. So if you put several there, like name, phone, whatever, and click here, it will keep listening, like, all right, I'm listening. Then you can send as many as you want here. It's always a question mark, the name of the variable equals what you want to say, okay? So let's hit enter again. It will give another accepted, all right. And here's success, right? Okay, all right. We're going to click here and grab it. The prompt that came from that guy just wrote anything. I need to close first. Hello, see, the webhook prompt already appears for us with what we set up. So All right, talk about her career. Okay, with this guy in place, we are going to do now an HTTP call to the API. Which API? The API from the region, right? We are going to take here, look, the make request, which is to make a call, right? So I'm going to make it easier for you, and I'll already put the data that needs to be placed, okay? We are going to set up the API. The region API is this one here, all right? It will be a post because we are posting things, sending them. The get is when we want to receive, okay? It's posting, it's a post. So what are we going to do? In the reader here, we are going to, you know, that API I mentioned, we are going to put that one here. So we are going to put it here. It will be this name that receives the API key, okay? And we are going to put the API key here, all right? Yours will be different from mine. Okay, then in the body type, we are going to set it to raw, okay? Okay, then we want it to be in format. JSON, okay, JSON format is a format more commonly known on the web and everything, right? I won't go too deep into that, okay. And we are going to send the request, which is what we want to do, which is to generate the video, right? So the voice here, it will generate the voice for us there in raving, okay? But what do we want? We want the result from GPT, okay? GPT will generate what we have to say. I'll put it here. Here, look, it will come from, these are the voices you have inside Dure. People are there. Each voice you create will have a specific ID. You will have to go there, get the number of this voice, the ID, and put it here. It's easy to find this guy. At least it's easy. There's the avatar. Same thing if you create one. If you're not paid, I believe you can't create the avatar. I don't recall there, but if you create the avatar, in the avatar properties, its ID will appear. Then you choose the ID you want to handle here, okay? And put the avatar ID here. The rest, you don't need to change anything, okay? Everything's all set. Then you will click, okay, all right. Just check because I think the dimensions are missing. Let me see if I included the dimensions. See, this here is the video format. Okay, it's in vertical format because of the river. Okay, and it was created river. It's already in the right aspect. Rachel is also testing. I'll do another one. The test didn't make much difference. Okay, so we will click, okay, made this request, all good. We will do what we have to, which is wait a while for it to generate the video, right? So we will look for everyone and put a sleep on this guy. Here's what the sleep does. In seconds, it's set to 300, which is about 5 minutes, and it will wait 5 minutes to generate the video. Okay. Which is roughly the time it takes, depending on the length. Since I'm going to test with a little, it won't be much, okay? So, great. You made the call here, sent it to their server. There, they will make the call. Okay. You click here to duplicate, which is better because we don't have to keep putting it again, okay? So let me delete this guy. Let's put this guy here. Look, then what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to make a call to get the video that's being generated. Okay. It's at this address. You see, I'm trying to get the video that will come from this guy here. It will come when we do a get. We make a post to this guy. It will return the ID that we will have to pass here. Okay. The peak roll is just right. You don't need to worry anymore, okay? You can send a tie here for me as if it's always good, and here everything is fine. Here is the get where we want to fetch the video. Then we will put the value of the day here. Okay, so let's click. Okay, we will do it. Let's test this guy. I will test only this module. Okay, let's put here. Talk a little about front end. Put up about 20 words. Okay, great. See here, look. It already gave us the video that this guy here is the one we're going to use. If we click here now, and it will come here with the video, then it dictates, right? That we are going to choose a dismantle. It will ask, and then we will pass the video to it. And you see it's still processing the video because I said it. Takes a little while for it to finish rendering the video. Okay. At least 5 minutes. If you run this directly, it will wait the 5 minutes. Here it is until it generates. But while it's generating, I'll create the next steps. It's for you to get the file, right? You managed to get the video URL. This guy here will return a URL to you, and in the next one you will do another get, okay? But I get fire so you can get this file, and then you can save it wherever you want. Really save it on Dropbox, okay? Because Dropbox gives a fire pilot, you will save it in your Dropbox. Let's test to see if it worked. And this guy here, and then here in the email, let me see if I remember and where such, the ID now has already lost me, right? All right, let's take a moment to review the situation. As you can see, everything has already been set up successfully. The process went smoothly and there were no issues encountered. Isn't that great to see? And it brings what, the video URL? Let's give an output here just for us to get the video URL. It's big, see, okay. Control C. We can test directly in the browser, okay. Okay, it downloaded for me. And I will pass it here to you. So it comes with a watermark, okay. And the avatar that I was training.
And also the volume is there for you to hear. Talk a little about a source of about 20 words.
And you, because the old one, you keep doing this, but keep
increasing a little about a source of about 20 words.
And then talk a little about
all right. Talk a little about front end, about 20 words. Talk a little about front end, about 20 words.
And that's it, folks. It will generate the videos for you. If the enterprise wasn't so expensive, we could do a really cool performance. What a content generation here, making these avatars, right? Me, and making the pilot directly for Instagram, LinkedIn, for Facebook, everything. But okay. But that's basically it. What can we do with their API? Okay. And if you want later to close this flow and it was interesting for you, comment here if you want me to send you a JSON so you can download it completely saved on Dropbox and everything else. Okay, so that's it for today, folks. See you later. I hope you enjoy it.